Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 163 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and we've got a great show today. We're really excited. I know the cold front's on the way, but we've got some hot houses. The first one is going to be a renovated ranch in Preston Hollow, and the other one is going to be a modern home in Oak Cliff, which is really a great lot and an interesting home as well.
And in our second segment today, we're going to talk about the new Dallas International District, where the old Valley View Mall used to be, and it's got a lot of plans going on that we wanted to share with you.
Really interesting stuff. So it'll be good. Sit back and enjoy. It's been an interesting start to the first of the year. As you know, we've been out hustling, looking for properties. And I have to say, it is quite interesting making offers these days. It is showing up to a house and there's 15 cars in front of it on Saturday. And it is not under contract. And yet there was someone scoping the lines.
Yeah.
Which I thought, I have never seen that before. Typically, that's something that happens during the option period and after it's under contract. So it was interesting.
Yeah, it's become very, very competitive out there. It's just, it's like nothing I've ever seen. Nothing I've seen in 30 years selling real estate. It's a market like I've just never seen before.
And it's interesting because I was talking to one of my friends. She's also in real estate down in San Antonio, Lori. And it was really good to hear that they have some of the similar things. So it's not quite just us. I feel like if you're inside of the Dallas, Austin, San Antonio area, that makes up the triangle, and you get a huge percentage of people moving into the area and trading houses. And it's just created this kind of little monster in here. I heard it called the log jam the other day.
The log jam.
And I think that's a kind of a good way to put it.
It's kind of like all those boats that were stuck in the, were they stuck in the
Suez Canal?
Suez Canal, yeah.
It's the Suez Canal of Dallas real estate.
It is.
So
It is.
It's interesting. Other than that, I'll ask about your family. How are your three dogs?
My dogs are great. They are, I've got Ranger, Echo, and Cannon, and they are two wire fox terriers and then a Chihuahua. And it is such an interesting mix. They're constantly making me laugh.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing about pets. They do kind of do that. Yours do have a lot of personality. For sure. And I am still on the search for that perfect dog. Does it really exist? It was funny. I was describing my perfect dog one time to some friends, and Kyle actually looked at me and he said, "I don't actually think you want a dog."
That's probably true.
I can borrow yours.
You can borrow mine. You can borrow one or all three.
I'll take Ranger.
Okay.
But can Ranger separate from the other two?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he goes over to Dan and Dave's all the time.
And he prefers his private time?
Well, it's okay with him. He just gets along with everybody.
I just need, what would be the perfect dog for me? A dog that is like timeshare, where I share ownership of this dog, responsibilities and costs with another group of families. Anybody interested?
You could actually just be a foster. You could be a dog foster. You could do fostering for rescue groups. You could do it for the SPCA.
I've never done that. I don't know. But you don't ever get the dog back.
Well, you can adopt it, though. If you find one that you really want to keep, you can adopt it.
That's true.
Our friends Lori and Carol do that.
Okay. If you've got any ideas of who's a really good foster, God, thanks, Ben. You are really fast on that. So I guess I'll be checking into this and report back and let you know. But yeah, fostering might be the way to go, because then I get to find out if it's kind of like tasting a dog for a test run too.
It is. It's exactly right. You get to get their temperament. You get to learn about, does it shed? How bad does it shed?
What's so funny is Kyle, the guy who told me I didn't need a dog, also fostered a dog one time. I was like, ooh, that's a perfect dog for me. And later I was talking to him. He was like, God, when you emailed me, he was like, this is not the dog for Weston.
Funny.
Anyway, let's talk about the market and what's going on with the Market Watch right now. We've got a really great set of information for you. If we look at new listings, you can see that we're down 3%. And if you see back on market, down 17%, which is really good. That means everything's hanging together. Price decreases. This typically happens because somebody didn't listen to the data, overpriced it. And there you are. We're seeing that that's down 13% as well.
Under contract, going into that initial option period is up about 7%. Pendings are up 18%. And then sold listings, just, because it's the way the cycle works in the month, those are down to about 2%. Coming soons have risen up, which is one of the things that we kind of expect. And those are up 5% week over week. So
No big changes, nothing shocking. We're all just anticipating that spring market to roll right on in. Come on, everybody, bring your houses.
Yeah, come on, everybody.
So that's really great.
Want to talk about our first one?
Let's do it.
Our first home today is 10667 Pagewood Drive. It is a really cool contemporary home. Was built in 1981, I believe, and it is located just south of Royal Lane in this great little neighborhood. Part of it's called the Meadows, and it is a wonderful neighborhood that has a variety of, as you get more to the east of it, there's multifamily. There's some duplexes in the neighborhood, which are super well maintained. If I were investing more in real estate right now, it'd be a great area to buy duplexes in. From a convenience standpoint, you've got access to 75 very easily. This is right off of Royal Lane and Walnut Hill, both which are, I'm stumbling today, both of which are those through streets that go all the way from one end of Dallas to the other. So if the freeways are blocked, you've got very good, 6-lane divided roads to get back and forth on.
Such a great area. A couple of years ago, we were selling like hotcakes over in this little neighborhood. It's very convenient for commuting, as Jeff was saying, 75, very easy to get up and down. Some of the things that are creeping into the area that we thought were really worth noting, there's a shopping center that's on 75 and Walnut Hill, and it's called The Hill. And this is a space that initially started, I think Houndstooth was one of the primary red, white, and blue barbecue was one of the initial places. And there's also, you've seen it as you go across on 75, that it has the Tesla charging station. But one of the other things, it's got some great restaurants. You and I have been to Bella Green.
We have.
And if you're looking for someplace that's healthy, someplace that's light, this is a really great place to jump into. Taco Deli, people in here know everything about Taco Deli. It's amazing.
The other restaurant in there that we've both been to together and independently is called Walkstar. And this restaurant's been open, oh gosh, maybe 4 months, 5 months. We went in sometime toward the end of last year, and it was right when they were opening. But they have some of the best soup dumplings there. It's absolutely incredible.
It is. And the funny thing is it's really dedicated to like 80s bands. And so the music is always from the 80s, which is really kind of cool.
I hadn't picked up on that, but that makes sense.
Yep.
Walkstar. Yeah.
Walkstar. So the other thing over there that is a really great element is called the Presbyterian Hospital. And this is a great area of that we go to quite a bit. I actually have my dermatologist that's over there, and it's just a really enormous campus right now.
It really is. So this is a really cool house that has a great drive-up appeal. Big circular drive in the front, has very modern vibes to it with the way that the brick is painted, but then all of the wood elements are that dark stain that just really makes the home feel very rich.
And coming in, you got the double doors, and immediately to the left or to the right as you walk in, you've got flex space. So it does open up to the kitchen through those doors there in the left hand of the picture, and they have it set up so it could be a dining room, could be an office. It really depends on the lifestyle that you live, what you need it for. And coming into the family room, this is a really interesting family room because it's large with the ceilings, the cam lights. We loved the glass doors that they have there and how they really kind of take up that entire wall and allow a lot of natural light in. And the wood floors throughout, we love the fact that they had brought them down, matte finish, a little more less than the Preston Hollow Brown, which was really warm.
And these, I've done a really great job with the way the interior is designed on this, where again, the very popular sought after floor plan where the kitchen is open to the dining area and open to your living area. This has high-end appliances, Miele dishwasher, dishwasher. Yes, a Miele dishwasher, coffee maker. The dishwasher is actually covered just like the cabinet, so you don't see it. And then you also have this space toward the end of the room that could be your dining area, your breakfast area, whatever you want to use it for.
And here's a great example of taking space, reclaiming for what people might use, and they've made it a little wine closet. One of the things also in the kitchen is that the refrigerator is also built in. So this is a really great space. This is off of the main living area. So you've got the great vibe that it has. And now we come into a more soft area that's great for TVs, movie nights, and just hanging out by the pool as well.
Yes, and this is the master bedroom. I had to get my orientation there. This is the master bedroom. Also has the big double doors looking out. Generous size room. Really cool walk-in closet with lots of container store Elfa arrangements in there. The bathroom is just spot on with how they've redone this. Double sink vanity, the shower with all the body sprays, and then the quartz walls in there.
So it's a wet area, and it's hard to see it in this picture. So the shower and the tub are in the same area behind the glass, and they have the frosted window here. But you can see how it kind of works out so well in what we're looking for when we're showing houses today. One of the things we always want to see is we want to see plenty of closet space, and they've done a great job adding plenty of shelves and then lots and lots of hanging spaces. Now, as you move to the other side of the house, this is where we begin bedrooms 2, 3, and 4. And they're not adjacent to the master, which is really great. And they all share this wonderful bathroom that actually has a really surprisingly large cabinet space and a little walk-in the toilet back there behind the tub.
And this is the bedroom that's on the front. This is going to be bedroom number 3, generous size, big double door closet. This room, I believe this has ensuite in it. Yes,
It's
it
a
does.
Jack and Jill to this bedroom.
That's right. Thank you. This is the bedroom number 4 that's on the front of the house. And again, generous sized room, can lighting, really great. All of the fixtures in these, the light fixtures are white, which really make them disappear.
So one of the things that today's buyers are looking for, especially post-pandemic, is they want a little extra space. So this lot is 0.307 of an acre. And as you can see here, we call this a C or a U-shaped, and it allows the master and that second living room to open up to a large deck that connects them and comes right on out to the pool. It is a board-on-board fence. You could actually extend the fence, catch the garage if you want to create a little more privacy. But you can see it has large decking area. And one of the things that's hard to see in the pictures they didn't photograph is actual how much space it has there for a green space.
Absolutely. So this is 10667 Pagewood Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage built in 1981, a little over 3,000 square feet, and it fantastically priced at $899, $999, which makes it about $292 a square foot.
Yep. And so if you would like to see some of the pictures that we didn't use, click on the link below in the comments. You can also click on the map and get a better idea for where everything is and see some of those places that we talked about. They'll also be in the link as well. And we want to say thank you so much to Karen Fry for allowing us to feature your home. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to move over into Oak Cliff, and we're going to look at 1201 Woodlawn Avenue. Now, this is a great portion of Dallas. One of the things, if you're not familiar with Oak Cliff is one of the few areas in Dallas that has as much topography as you see in some of the other areas. And this is great. It is hills, and this one actually is built kind of on the side of a hill.
It really is. So this was built in 2018, and it's in a great location because you've got really good access to Zang, which will get you right into downtown. You can go back over to the Polk Sylvan Tyler street to the west of that, and that will take you right up to I-30, and then you can go east or west there. And it's super, super convenient.
Now, some of the attractions in this area that are unique to the Cliff is going to be Kids Springs Park. And Kids Springs Park has really done an amazing job. The city has actually created more of a water feature that's available to them as well. And then also, I believe it's once a year, the Dallas Symphony comes out in the summer and puts on an event.
Great. It's a great, great park, and it's really been improved over the last several years. It's one of the parks that has the spray fountain for kids. There's also a small little lake there, and then there are Japanese-style gardens that you can also walk through. Lake Cliff Park is just to the east of this home, and Lake Cliff Park is a really interesting part of Dallas's history. The lake itself had not circus, but carnival events at it for many, many years.
And last but not least, if you're looking for entertainment for restaurants and bars, Manhattan Beer Project is a great place. This beer, I first ran into it was in Central Market, and I thought it was really unique. The cans are really well put together. Manhattan Project is based off of the notorious nuclear plan that was being around one of the wars. And then we talked about Taco Deli in the first one, and there's a great Taco Deli in this area too.
There is, and right around the corner is also Jonathan's Diner, and that's on Beckley. Jonathan's Diner, if you have not been there, that is some of the best Southern home-style cooking I've ever had.
It is comfort food, that is for sure. So again, this is 1201 Woodlawn Avenue, and as we said before, welcome to topography. This is built on a hill, and what they've done is a really good job of reclaiming some space. And as we'll see later on and through the pictures right here, that because of the way that they've built it up, they have created a really large front yard and gone ahead and fenced it in. We thought it was a great interpretation of the lot and making the absolute most of it. As you can see, because of this height, it gives you a lot of separation and privacy from the street, which is basically below, and a really kind of interesting view of your neighbors.
And as you walk in, you've got the seating area that greets you right there. And it's really, this picture doesn't quite show how large it is. It's really a wonderful sized area. You continue on past that back over toward the kitchen, which again, very neutral colors, really well situated. You have your dining room that's right there. And it's a really wonderful home for entertaining.
And give me some high ceilings anytime with recessed lights. This house has that. We also like the way that the kitchen swung around. So it does interact with the rest of the house, but it's not always on display. Therefore, if you don't always have it clean, it's really great. It is modern and clean. It has double side-by-side freezer, fridge combo, opens up to the outdoor. One of the things that we both noted was that it has lots and lots of windows, and it has the shades, but it didn't need them to be pulled down just because of the way it's situated. And there was plenty of privacy, as you can see here, lots of storage in that kitchen. Open floor plan. I thought that this was a really smart space. It is a dining room, but I think that the dining room, because of its proximity and the way it sits, it can function both as an in-house office, game card night, crafts night. I just thought that this was a really smart way to place this.
And all the bedrooms are up. You've got this really uber wide staircase that goes upstairs. And this is the first area that you land into this is probably one of the best used spaces for this type of gym.
And this also, as you see here, could be a second master because of the way they've configured both the closet and the shower in this room. Right here, as Jeff was saying, they're using it as an office. And then as you go up just a few more steps, you can see we're going to transition into the second living room. And this second living room is kind of a pod, and it generates 3 more bedrooms off of it.
Really great use of space upstairs. The secondary, I'm sorry, we're going to go into the, I got lost here. This is the,
There you go. Right
okay,
there
there we go. Sorry. This is still
back,
that
we
pod
came back
space.
in, and then here you got the second bedroom or the third bedroom, and these are all en suite. And again, great use of the windows and the lights here as well. And then you go into your final bedroom. Just a really great way for this to be set up. This one is at the back of the house, and as you can see here, you're looking over into the backyard.
And as you come back around, you get into the this is back into that center space again.
So here we're going to head up to the 3rd floor, and you can see here that on the 2nd floor where everybody else is, that's where we've got our washer and dryer. But on the 3rd floor is where the master is. The master's really great because it is private and it has some of the best views I've seen.
It really does. And the master bath, a double sink vanity. It's got the LED lighted mirrors from the rear. That is a warming towel rack to the left that you see. Again, sculpture tub, the architectural style tub, and separate big walk-in shower with the rain head.
So what we thought was great is that this deck you can get to from the master bedroom, but there's also a hall that allows you not to have to traipse in through the master bedroom to get up here. Great views, and then come back downstairs for another area, and you've got these great swagged lights. There's the driveway just off of the kitchen. This all just worked out so pleasantly.
It really did. And then you have the rear entry garage here. You actually come in off of the side street, but it's got a little bit of a hammer on it there where you can back up and pull into the garage forward or backwards.
So this is 1201 Woodlawn Avenue. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 2-car garage built in 18, and it is just over 3,000 square feet, priced at $1,150,000, which comes in at $377 a square foot, which is a smoking hot deal.
So if you'd like to see more pictures of this home or ask any questions about it, just click on the links below. If you'd like to take a look at it, reach out to us. We would love to make that happen. And we'd like to say thank you to Jeremy Whitaker for letting us talk about his home today. And with that, we'll be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the second segment, episode 163. And today we're going to talk about the Dallas International District.
And what was it previously known as?
Previously known as Valley View Mall.
There you go. So this is a really interesting thing. We started doing some research trying to figure out what we were going to talk about this week. And we were trying to talk a little bit about what's going to happen inside of Dallas. And this report that we found that was written by the Economic Development Committee was just written on January the 3rd. And we thought that it really highlighted some elements that we wanted to talk about because it's talking about Dallas in a greater aspect, about how Dallas is on, as they say in the report, on a tipping point. So sit back and listen as we tell you a little bit about what's going to happen over here.
Now, this is a 10-year project in the making. They actually started talking about doing this in 2011, which is right as we came out of the recession.
Yep.
A lot of the stores in the mall had already closed. There were some of the major retailers that had left, like Bloomingdale's had gone. And it was really just kind of surviving really based upon the AMC theater that was there.
And this area that we're talking about that is going to become the Dallas International District is going to be the toll road on the west. And then it's a broken street, but it's Southern Boulevard on the north. Preston Road will be on the east side, and then, of course, 635 on the south. So that kind of gives you the boundaries, and we're going to pull up maps and show them to you and help you make sense of it. But as Jeff was saying, this is the 10-year in the project, and it wasn't until 2013 or May of 2013 that it actually came to be an official element that was going to happen. And this is going to be basically 450 acres of mixed use and park.
It's crazy. There's
a lot of
one
space
tract of land
that they've amassed.
Yeah, that has been amassed.
So what we'll take and look is going to be a slide deck that was part of the report, and it's great and it's big. We pulled out elements that we want to share with you, but there'll be a link in the comments that you can click on and go through all of them and get a full element of it. We'll look at slide 5, and this is the vision for the Galleria area, and it shows you, as Jeff was saying, what it all will become. Let's see, is this the background? Yes, this is what it was. So you can see here, there's a huge mixed use of space here. No, this is what it will be.
This is what it will be.
And you can see there in the middle, there is the park, and that is what is really a huge draw for this area. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. When we slide over to slide 8, the park in and of itself is going to be 20 acres. And I thought it was very interesting as you read in here that it was actually, they're using some really amazing parks, but specifically Central Park as a jumping off point. And they've hired MIG, which is a national expert in park design, to come through and put this study together to make it where it is one of those parks that's quite amazing. Of the project, they have $6 million that is being set aside for that. There's a little caveat that you must also raise an additional $6 million in grants and private contributions in order to get that.
And that has happened.
Already. Interesting. Very interesting. So slide 15.
This is really talking about Dallas being at a tipping point. And, we have a really unique opportunity in the Valley View area. It is one of the city's most transformative development projects. And as we've seen happen in many other parts of the city or the suburbs, where they had this high concentration of real quality shopping and parks and things like that, the ripple effect starts happening and it begins to impact the businesses that are just outside of that. and it also begins to impact the neighborhoods coming around.
One of the things that you have to have in place for this to actually happen is you have to have growth and you have to have existing residents. And so we're going to talk about the triangle real quick. And the triangle, again, is going to be DFW down to Houston, over to Austin and back up. And that actually makes up 35 counties of the 254 here in Texas. But inside of those 35 counties, there are 18 million people that live in there. And that makes up 66% of the state population. It's also home to 7 of the 10 largest universities and 53 of the 54 Texas Fortune 500 companies, which is huge. So as you can see, we're in a great area for lots and lots of growth in real estate sales.
And Dallas is really on track to become a global city. I mean, and creating something like this that is going to be the kind of the center of all of these international businesses, bringing all the cultures together, bringing all of the languages together. It's really going to help our city go into the next generation.
And it's so interesting because inside of this slide deck, they talk about in slides 16, 17, and 21 is a huge focus on the global aspect that this will create for Dallas. And it's that where they came up with the international thing. So one of the things is they initially were going to call this the Midtown Project, and apparently it didn't resonate. So then they changed and did a little market research and realized that the International Dallas District was what was much more popular. On slide 23, we're going to talk about leisure and travelers. And it is apparent that 66% of all the travelers, international, are coming in and it's leisure, and that's coming in for recreation, for shopping, historics and arts. And that's really, I think, as we see how Dallas has become such a sport-oriented town with 3 major, and we'll throw in some soccer, so that's 4, plus the arts district, you have a lot that draws everyone in here. And then if you're shopping, market.
Yeah, that's which, goes on almost all year long.
Yep. So if we look at slide 25, the overall vision, this I thought was really, really interesting. So as we talk about the iconic park, they also are going to create a academy, an international DISD academy that will go from pre-K to 12, focus on arts and culture, and then also take into consideration and make sure that this is a smart and eco-friendly design, create residential living, and get this, they're going to tag in Dallas area rapid transit connection directly to DFW.
That is a really interesting part of this project also is the loop that they're creating with the people mover all the way around this district.
That is so interesting because I don't know of a people mover besides in airports. Do you?
No. They tried it in Las Colinas there for a long time where they ran the trams between the buildings, but that didn't work very well.
In the final slide that we want to point out, we want to show you that they are really taking this to heart and taking into consideration. Here are 6 other inspiring parks that they are trying to draw from the elements to it that will bring in, whether it's water, athletic fields, or a biking path. They understand the importance of this and what this can be to Dallas. Austin has Town Lake, and it's a huge draw. Will this be that? Who knows? But it's a really great step in the right direction, I think.
And I really believe this is going to help the next generation of Dallasites really become more global oriented citizens than we are now.
I would agree with that 100%. I really like the fact that they are really going after a broad spectrum because I think it represents the globe that we're in right now.
I agree. So I hope you found that helpful, interesting. If you have any questions or comments, certainly reach out in the comments below. Give us a call, text, whatever. We'd be happy to talk to you. And we hope you'll join us again next Wednesday at noon for the next episode of Sold with Updike Pugh.
And just remember, we want to be realtors for life.